Hello everybody, this is Soldier here. Welcome to kind of a different type of video from my usual ones. This video is me just talking about the Minecraft movie. Now, I'm pretty sure if you guys are watching this, you probably have seen the Minecraft movie, or if you haven't seen it, then just a heads up, this is going to be a heavily spoiled video of the Minecraft movie because I did go see it. It was a couple weeks back, but I figured I'd give you guys my opinions about the movie. Now, I genuinely feel like that it's a good movie. I'm not gonna say it's a great movie because there's still problems with the movie. Stuff that I feel like needs to be justified on how this movie could have improved. Because since I was in the film class when I was in high school, so I kind of understand the gist as well as I know a lot of people will probably dislike this video. So I completely understand, but I like to get my thoughts and feelings about the movie since, well, there's a big controversy going on with the movie, and I feel like it needs to be addressed. So, like I said, this video is going to be a heavily spoiled. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, or if you're going to go see it, do not watch this video because it's going to be heavily spoiled. Okay, so for the start, I'm pretty sure we should get the rat out of the bag and say that the one issue I have with the movie, and it was even from the start of when the first trailer came out, and that was live action characters in the blocky world. Now, it be a different story. Okay, so let's start from live action. Okay, so live action. We knew about live action from the very start when they announced that they were going to be making a Minecraft movie. Everyone was skeptical at first, but to me personally, I didn't see an issue with it. Now, you could argue that some live action movies are not great. Like it's not a good idea. But I would say live action is good if it's done correctly. Now, obviously like when it was announced before the actual trailer was revealed, I thought, oh yeah, it's gonna be a live action Minecraft movie where it was gonna be real life blocky stuff, which kind of what the movie is, especially with all the good CGI that wasn't done in the movie. But having live action characters in the blocky world did not feel like Minecraft. It just felt like just another movie. Literally, you could have titled this movie anything else and not Minecraft, but it's in the title, a Minecraft movie. So that was one of the big issues to me about this movie that still doesn't feel right. Because usually, if you look at any of Minecraft animations or past Minecraft stuff, you would see that they're not like, I know it's obviously like music videos and such, but you could tell that they're not blocky. Like, I kind of expected where if they would enter the portal, they would be like a character, like their real life character, but just in a blocky format. That did not feel when watching the movie, like just seeing them in the blocky world. Like the blocky world was cool, like the overworld. I mean, it was cool, but I still feel like that them being as a blocky character would have fit more than just them their real life counterparts. I'm just saying that would have been a lot better than what we got. So let's start from the beginning of the movie. So obviously Steve, I did like Steve's backstory though. He was just he yearned for the mines. And he just like works at some weird job. I don't know if they even addressed it in the movie of him getting fired, but I'm pretty sure that would have been a funny plot hole. Um, yeah. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. I do not see Steve at all in this movie. I just see Jack Black with a a cyan shirt. That's all I literally see of Steve. Yes, I know that in theory he is Steve, but on paper I just do not see Steve at all. I just see Jack Black in a blue shirt. That's all I literally see when I watch the Minecraft movie. It's just Jack Black in a blue shirt. Okay. So obviously he gets the block in the little cube, not the block. Yeah, he got the block in the glass container that leads him to the overworld. And then obviously my cousin, anyone who's obviously seen my stuff or any whatchamacallit, seen any of the Team AU stuff, you should know that I'm a wolf. My character in Minecraft is a wolf skin with a collar. And anytime I see wolves, I just call them my cousins. So I'm saying Dennis, my boy Dennis is in the movie. He's one of my cousins. Not literally, but it's just a rounding joke that we have in our my little friend group. So, anyways, so he befriends Dennis, and then he finds a ruined Nether portal. And I did like the anime, like the sound effects of the chest when he's getting the obsidian, and then he goes into the Nether. And I will say this, Magosh, I think it's Magosha. Yeah, that's her name. She was a good villain. I will say she had such a tragic backstory, which we'll get into later. Where so Steve goes down into the Nether and runs into the piglins, and he gets captured. And Dennis takes the orb and takes it through the portal that takes him back to the real world. Now, I'm no scientist. I mean, I'm not like that crazy on theories, but anyone, any mob could just like any hostile mob could just go through that portal and literally it'd be all over for everyone. So Dennis goes to his house, which is very, very weird because I do not believe Steve showed Dennis his actual home, and now there's just this blocky wolf over in the real world, which is again very weird. But let the movie be movie. And now we get into the main protagonist, which is see. This is what I interpreted from the trailers. I thought that the little boy, I forget his name, but I thought he and that girl were like just close friends or something. I didn't know they were brother and sister. Like that was like the last thing that I was expecting. But it makes sense. And so we get the garbage man, Jason Momoa. His character was alright, I guess. Um it was just very weird just seeing how he interacted with some characters. But so the garbage man, he's not doing well with his videos gaming store, I think it's called. So he tries to go to an auction where he tries to hopefully get some money out of it, and freaking Dan is just there with a cowboy hat, bro. I don't know how. When I saw that, I was like, bro, Dan's here. Which I did hear that he was in the movie, but I just didn't know what scene he was in. But that was honestly really cool. And goes to show that that cube that Dennis put back in Steve's house is here at the auction for some weird reason. Like that doesn't make sense. First it was at the house that Steve was at, and now it's over here at the auction. Like how I'm pretty sure there's some story elements that I'm probably missing there, but I still don't understand how it got there. Like, did they just took everything out of his house? It doesn't really make that much sense. But when I'm just gonna call, I don't know his name, but the main character, one of the main characters, the red shirt boy thing, uh he's obviously has creativity, so he tries to make a jetpack, which actually looks pretty cool. And obviously his sister is working at the potato factory. I forgot to mention that. For some reason, a potato factory, of all the places to work at, a freaking potato factory. Alright. So we get to the scene where he's gonna try to test out his jetpack. And obviously bullies gotta be bullies, but come on, dude. Like, really? You're gonna sabotage something that looks awesome just for laughs. I don't know how I feel about that. So, anyways, the jetpack crashes into the potato factory, and the principal wants him to call his sister to come pick him up because he got suspended. But he calls the garbage man, to pretend to be his uncle, and one of many questionable choices in this movie is having a freaking principal. That I just like to understand why. Now we're gonna pick this back up at the principal later on that, because yeah, the I'm just gonna be real. The principal scenes, I did not care for them at all. They were probably the worst part about the whole movie. Like again, the characters in the Black World being live action, I'm okay. I can tolerate that. But the principal scenes, I cannot. I physically cannot tolerate the principal scenes. But anyways, so back to the garbage man, where he brings him back to the store. He shows them the cube. Well, he doesn't show the cube. He just the boy stumbles upon it and puts it together, and they go to the mine. Like, I don't know how they got there. Where was the old man? Like, just plot points that just do not make sense at all. And we go back to the sister and the animal girl, where they go to find them, and they realize that she realizes that he got suspended, and now he's in some mine area, and then he goes to the under the mine where that portal is. And again, it's really just like it's out in the open. Anyone could wander in that portal, and it's like, yeah, no, I mean, I guess restricted area makes sense, but come on, mobs are not gonna respect the restricted area. I hope you realize that. Anyways, all four of them get sucked into the portal. They're all in the blocky world. And again, this is where the first trailer comes into play, where they're all checking it out. And then the freaking sheep, bro. Like, they said they wanted to avoid an ugly Sonic situation. I'm sorry, they did not even bother trying to fix this after everyone complained about it. And then I love the interaction though with the garbage man and the pink sheep, and he says, "Shh, we're talking." Like, I don't know why that gave me a chuckle though. Um, let's see, when Dennis goes straight back after the portal reactivates, and yeah, I found it really weird how Dennis throughout the whole time Steve's been locked in the Nether by Negosha. Megosha, that's her name. He just doesn't like eat. I don't know if he eats anything, which I'm pretty sure that he did. He probably just killed something and then reverts back to a regular wolf. I like that's the thing. Like, he reverts back to a regular wolf and they literally tame him with a bone again. Like, how does that actually work? Because that's not Minecraft logic. I'm sorry to say. I know that you shouldn't compare my video game logic to a movie, but that's not how it works. The dog is tamed for forever. It does not get untamed. You don't retame it back with a bone, and it doesn't keep the same name tag. Like, no. But anyways, so then it goes back to the portal. We're gonna stick with the villager scene. So the villager, like I said, the villager wanders. Like, that has got to be the most sentient villager I've ever seen in a movie, bro. Like, that villager, the whole villager scene with the principal could completely just remove that from the movie, it'll make it a whole lot better. Like, I just did not care for that villager and principal scene, but we'll get back to it later. So we go to where it suddenly becomes night, because in Minecraft logic, it's 10 minutes and 10 minutes for day and night cycles. So they get swarmed by mobs, specifically skeletons with enchanted flame bows, which was very weird because, if I recall, I don't know if it was a full moon in the movie. It might have been, but if it wasn't, then that should not be accurate, because in Minecraft logic, the skeletons with a bow and arrow, if it's enchanted, can only spawn if it's a full moon. So yeah, that was weird. The mobs, the zombies are okay. Again, they look like Steve with a blue shirt on, because in my opinion, that's literally what they looked like from the beginning. Just Steve, just with green skin. Spiders. Let's see what else we got. The creepers. Okay, the creepers. I don't know why they made them hairy. That was a weird choice that they decided to do for the creepers in the movie. Like, I like the idea, but on paper, they were never hairy in the game. They didn't show any signs of that, so it was a very weird decision on that part. So they build a tower, and obviously Steve Magosha, unties Steve and tells him to go get the orb, which he's still in the Nether, by the way, which I'm surprised he hasn't died yet. And we're gonna get into this other plot point, which is very also weird, but that's gonna be later. Um, where she tells him to go get the orb, and he agrees because in because the only reason he's doing it is because of they think that they have Dennis, which is not true. Dennis has not been captured. The only reason he thinks that is because his collar popped off, which makes kind of sense for why Dennis went back into. Well, okay, you know what? Now I'm starting to realize that first point that I made was not accurate because his collar did pop off, but still, my point still stands on that. And then suddenly Steve starts beating all these mobs, all the zombies. Like, bro, that was like a cool action scene. And then we get the legendary scene of I am Steve. I don't know why they changed it from the trailer to the actual movie, but I mean, it's not that big a difference. It's still the same thing. And then we get this. Then after that, they go straight to the village, and then, man, listen, I just like to say this right now. I didn't watch Technoblade a lot. I did know of him before. I did know of him, but when his passing happened back in 2020, was it 20 or 2023? Not 2020, 2022. I'm pretty sure it was 2022. I apologize if I forget his date. I'm pretty sure Solid could put the actual date of his death, and I appreciate that, and I apologize to any Technoblade fans out there. But when I saw his scene in the movie, bro, I was happy to see that he was in the movie. Like, any knowledge Technoblade that Mojang does is always going to be good. Especially that one where Steve says, or no, first it goes, whoa, is that Pig King or something? And Steve goes, no, that's a legend. And man, that was really awesome that he got his mention in the movie. Like, because Technoblade, he's been a very huge Minecraft inspiration for a lot of people. I'm not gonna say that he was my inspiration because there was other Minecraft YouTubers that I watched, but he was definitely up there. Like, if I were to go watch some of his content, which I actually did go watch after his passing, he was, man, he was such a great individual, and cancer just, man. Anyways, let's not get sad right now. This is a Minecraft movie review. So they go into the village, and freaking Steve starts saying all this stuff. That the villagers, they love crushing a loaf. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know why they made any stuff that Jack Black says in the movie just so memeable. Like, anything that he says is just a memeable. And then we go to the Iron Golem, which, man, the Iron Golems look pretty freaking sick. I do like their design, but they're a bunch of big softies. And then we go to where they're trying to look for directions, but obviously they can't understand a villager because they don't go, huh, huh, huh. But yeah, some argument happens there and there. I didn't really pay attention to that because literally that's how movies always start. Then we get to the crafting scene where this is a crafting table. And yeah, I did like the end, like, I just like this, like, the way they symbolize the chest. Like, so when the garbage man opens it up, they show, like, where the stuff are, like, in the chest. Because in game, you just open it up and it's there. I did like that, but it still symbolizes how most stuff just should not be. Well, I don't know what I'm saying there. But anyways, so we get to one of the, probably a cool thing that they should implement in actual Minecraft. A tater tot launcher. And again, this thing can launch other stuff as well, but I thought, why don't they add this in the base game? Why make an add-on when they could literally make this in the base game? That's so cool. Anyways, so they make stuff. The garbage man makes nunchuck buckets for some weird reason. And then we go to the piglins. led by Chungus, which, in my opinion, Chungus is the best character in the whole movie. Like, at first, I thought he was gonna be like a big brute, because that's kind of what the first trailer implied he was gonna be like. But dude, he was such a chill guy. And oh, let's go back to before that. Steve's Lava Chicken. Yeah, I don't know. The song was alright, I guess. I didn't really care for it. I thought the chicken looked delicious, though. That's something, though. And yeah, yeah, la 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 lava chicken. I like how freaking Chungus starts singing it like he knows. Like they made. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of missing plot point we're missing between Chungus and Steve, where they were both locked down there. But yeah, Chungus by far the best character in the movie. No, hands down, the best character. I don't care what anyone says. He was my personal favorite. So they go to the village and freaking Chungus go start destroying stuff because villagers hate that. Like that was honestly the best part. And then he goes, "Sorry, bro, I gotta like kill you and stuff." Like, also, I like to also bring up another point about how they're in the overworld because, frankly, that it should not be possible for them to be in the overworld. Because if anyone knows, if a piglin goes into the overworld, they turn into a zombified piglin. But not this one. They actually show a plot point where they actually, I think it was netherwarts, like they crushed them up and put them in like a potion or something. I just know it was something that was nether related, and that's prevented them from turning into zombified piglins. Which, in all honesty, that's something that should be implemented into the base game. Why is it not in the base game? Like, again, it makes getting piglin heads so much easier in survival, man. But, yeah. So, they don't destroy stuff, and they go onto that little high area where they use 2 elytra, and apparently Steve thought he brought 3, so he sticks with the garbage man, and they're being chased by Ghast. And while his sister and the animal girl try to go on boats, they don't exactly succeed very well. Action scenes happens there. The gas try to chases them, and I did like the gas designs as well. They were pretty good, cool looking as well. Anything like that's in Minecraft in the movie that looks like Minecraft is good. Like again, the live action didn't bother me as much as like it did for many people. It's just like real characters on the Blacker world. It's just it does not fit well at all. It never fit well. Why was that a thing? So they go. So they're going to inside the mines where Steve has a buttload of diamonds, and you know what's funny is that the garbage man, being a freaking idiot almost the whole movie, he's just saying I forget what he says, but he's just there's just a bunch of diamonds that are not in a chest. It doesn't look legit. If it was in a chest, I would have been like, okay, that makes sense. But they're just like in crates, which, if I'm aware, Minecraft never had crates in the first place. So apparently this is very inaccurate. It should be all in chest. The redstone, not mined, which is also very weird. So then we get to the other scene where Magosha kills Chungus, which I was like, not my boy. Not my boy. And they bring this other big freaking piglin brute, which has a freaking arm cannon for some weird reason. And then I can't remember which scene of this happened in the movie, so we'll just go back. We'll just start here. The reason Magosha is doing this is because when she was little, she wanted to be a good dancer, but all the other piglins laughed at her, especially her father, saying it was terrible. And that's why anything happy related, Magosha hates. Which is understandable. That's the spark of a villain backstory. But, yeah. Just wanted to get that out there. Probably a terrible backstory. Not like saying it was good. No, I'm not saying it was good. By terrible, I mean it was terrible for her. That's what I meant. I'm not saying that her backstory was terrible. So we get into this other controversial scene in the movie where they're in a rail car, which is full to the brim with creepers. There's no gate. Like, what? Like, if this is supposed to be a creeper farm, why is there no like gate or fence or anything to prevent them from? And I swear, this has got to be the weirdest plot point. Like the creepers just don't explode. Like, ain't that the point of a creeper to explode? Like, the whole time I was like just sitting there. I'm like, this is not accurate at all. Like, I know it's got a movie's got to be a movie, but come on. And then the freaking pig, the big brute pig with the arm, starts chasing them down and freaking explodes the tunnel up, which is weird. Anyways, so they make it to the mansion to get the glass orb after the garbage man destroys it at the beginning when they enter the world. I mean, so then they start planning a way to get into the mansion, which they make it. They draw our attention to themselves while the little boy goes up to get the other one. And what's funny is that they mentioned that there's gonna be They said Endermen inside that room. There's only one single Enderman. Maybe talk about just saying that there's just one there. Not that hard. But then we get to this legendary scene with them fighting a chicken jockey. So I thought that was like when me Rob and Dust were in the theater watching it. Me and Rob said it. Dust didn't say anything, but we didn't scream it like a lot of other people did when that scene came up. But it was pretty funny, especially how the baby zombie acted like an actual baby. I was like, yeah, do never trust a baby. Never trust it. And then he gets the jacket person gets the glass cube, gets it, and then the man starts showing him so much faces, especially Herobrine, which they confirmed that it was not. It was just the lighting, but everyone counts as a Herobrine, so we're gonna call it Herobrine. Then escaping the mansion after then the Negotia comes to the overworld and steals the cube, and then they start holding TNT and starts to blow everything up, and then freaking so they all die supposedly, but then they respawn in a bed. Now this is like one of the other plot points that doesn't make logical sense at all. How are they there? Like in Minecraft standpoint, they would have started at the spawn point of the world, wherever the spawn point was. They would not spawn in a bed, because that's completely inaccurate to the game. I know I keep making comparisons to the game, but that is just completely inaccurate. Like, I did not understand that at all. Like, they responded in a mushroom. How are they there? I do not know. Anyways, so Negosha does a bunch of stuff where she takes over the overworld for a bit. Then they suit up to get ready to go fight Negosha, and I swear, like there's so much stuff in this movie that could be added to the base game, but it's not going to be added because that's not how Mojang works. So they start tame the animal lady starts taming all the pack of wolves. They make a bunch of iron golems, and one of them is literally with swiftness boots, like feather boots. And I was like, again, why is this not in the base game? This looks so sick. So a bunch of fighting stuff happens, yada yada yada. Garrett the garbage man is actually alive. He saves the boy. It takes down the orb. Nagush is defeated, and all the piglins turn into zombified piglins. And Negosha tries to stab Steve, which I thought was hilarious as well. Like she tried to stab him like so many times. Like she's now come here, come here. She just tries to stab. And let's just say the diamond armor does not look. It looked fine. It looked fine, but the fact that it got destroyed in like one hit from Negosha's staff, that was no. It's diamond armor. It's not supposed to break like that unless freaking Negosha's staff is like made out of type freaking netherite or something. I don't know. It just was very weird. After that, towards the end of the, I'll just say, yeah, everything happens. They all, the garbage man gets his store back. They all have a happy ending, and that's the movie. But let's get into that was their story, and let's talk about the villager and the principal scene. So the villager wanders out of the portal after the four make it out. The villager wanders around, gets hit by the principal's car. The principal takes the villager on a date, and the most cringiest stuff. I did like how Jeb was the waitress for some weird reason. Like out of all the characters Jeb could have been in the movie, he was the freaking waiter, bro. That that was yeah, and yeah. I will just say this: out of all the scenes in this movie, the villager and the principal scene was the freaking weirdest part of the movie. I would say it was probably the worst part in this whole movie. The villager and the principal scene. Like again, I didn't like it. Like I'm pretty sure if the principal and the villager scene did not exist in the movie, I'm pretty sure the movie would be a little bit better. Oh yeah, the protagonist, the red shirt, gets his jetpack and it actually works. What else do we got? I think that's about it. I'm not too sure if there's any other stuff that I should address. So this is my points for the movie to make it a little bit better. If Mojang is watching this, and Warner Brothers, I swear if you freaking copyright my video on this for just me doing my review, because I'm not even showing screenshots of the movie just because I don't want that to happen. I'm literally just showing background of footage of just Minecraft. That's all I'm literally showing. I'm not showing any stuff about the movie. So my points are live action's fine. Like I seriously did not have a problem with the live action stuff in the movie. Um, the characters should be blocky. They should not be real life characters in the Minecraft world. Like that's just straight out because again, like I said before, they're in the blocky world. They're supposed to be block. They're not supposed to be human characters, real life characters in this blocky world. Like that just does not fit well with with the whole thing going on with Minecraft. Point three. Um, Steve. If Jack Black was gonna play Steve, like at least put his beard a little bit brown to make it look like more Steve. Because I'm pretty sure, like when I look at the toys for the Minecraft movie, all I just see is Jack Black in a blue shirt. I do not see Steve at all. Like no, the villager and the principal scene. Take that out of the movie entirely, and I'll be 100% happy. Um, Other things are just little nods, just a little inaccuracy, like the creeper in the mine, like the creeper farm in the mines, dying when they did not even sleep in a bed. Dennis being a good boy, that's all I can really think of at the moment. Um, yeah, so I'll just say this: after I watched the movie, I literally set the desk that it was meh. That was how I felt about the movie because Farrell, she says it was a great movie. It was mid at best. That's the best I can give it. It was mid because there was so much wrong with the movie. Like again, I'm not gonna say to not go watch it because there's a lot of stuff. To be honest, if you like me to get into this topic in another video, I would like to get into this topic of talking about the Halo TV show because man, that's a topic for a different day. If you would like for me to talk about that, because I would, because I have problems with the Halo movie, but not Halo movie, the Halo TV show, Forward of the Dawn and other Halo movies, they're fine. I'm mostly about the Halo TV show, but that's not what this video is about. This is for the Minecraft review video. So that is my take on the movie. Again, if you've seen the movie and you say that my opinions are wrong, that's fine. I'm just stating my opinions on how I feel about the movie. That's how I feel about it. If you feel different about the movie, that's totally fine. We could come together and we can agree on something that it's at least a movie. It's a movie, a Minecraft movie. But yeah, that's kind of all I have for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the Minecraft movie. Again, if you guys do like me talking about reviews on certain movies or shows, make sure to let me know in the comments below. So if you guys enjoyed this kind of not video that I did. Like, the only reason I did this was because I wanted to get my thoughts out on this movie, because again, this movie's been so heavily asked, not like in my comments, but just like it was heavily inspired. Now, if you're wondering why I'm doing it, it's just because like I wanted to get my thoughts out there, because again, this movie was just like meh. Like, that's all I can really say about the movie. It was meh. Again, there's just it could have been better. It could have been a lot better. But anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed this episode of my review video, again, if you guys like to see more, make sure to let me know in the comments below. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.